cold. I don't want to get out of my sleeping bag. 2 months traveling on the road. Our home is where the traffic flows. We'll bring you everywhere we go and sleep in a freezing cold van because we're a little bit crazy, but you'll see that it's worth it.
Last night we were driving on our way towards Paris, and we just came across this adorable tiny little town, and we decided this would be a nice place to have breakfast in the morning. And it was very pleasant sleeping. We had the water trickling by in the background and
the hail.
The hail in the morning. That was the thing.
No, the hail was all night.
It was? Oh, well, I was so fast asleep, I only heard it this morning. So now we're gonna actually go in and enjoy this little town. Oh, it's hailing again. Where should we eat? This looks excellent.
Sounds amazing. It is amazing.
So cool thing, these are called tree nails, and they're tree nails because they're actually the best fastener for wood because they are made out of wood itself. So as the wood expands and contracts, so do they. So with a metal fastener, when the wood gets cold and dry and like shrinks out or swells up, the metal fastener can actually be worked out. Since the tree nail is made out of the exact same material, and usually oriented in the same grain orientation, they don't have that issue, and they just hold in beautifully, and they last like as long as the wood does because they're made out of the same kind of wood.
Okay, I don't know how to say it in French, so sorry about my pronunciation, but the town we were just in was Pont-le-Venque. Pont-le-Venque.
I think it would have been Pont-le-Venque.
Well, whatever the name of the town, it was absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad that we decided to stop there for the night and the morning and just walk around and enjoy it a little bit. But now we're moving on to Monet's house, which I've really been looking forward to. It's in Giverny? I don't know, but I'm super excited because if you don't know, it means you haven't been watching us for very long. But I am a huge art history buff.
So that's been a really awesome thing about having the tolls, or avoiding tolls with our GPS, is we get to see these beautiful little quaint towns that if we were on the highway, we just whizzed right by them, never gone through them, never gotten to see them.
We just stopped for a bit so that I can make sandwiches for the road. Oh, good thing we're going to Paris tomorrow. We've just used up all our lunch meat. We're going to Paris tomorrow. That's so cool.
Yeah, I was going to Paris, yes.
really nervous because it's off season and it might be closed, so we're gonna go find out right now.
So this is a bummer of coming in the off season. Yeah, we kind of drove here specifically for this, so whoops. Guess we should have checked to make sure it was open. So we are here and we're gonna go there or over there because we want to see that.
So we kind of snuck into the garden for a second, and then some gardeners told us to bugger off. But well, from what we saw, it was beautiful, but it's very clear that it's a place that's only meant to be visited in the summer. There wasn't a lily pad in sight, but we did get to see the bridge, which was nice and meaningful. So I'm glad that we came, even though it was just, well, 90% unsuccessful. At least we can see the town where Monet lived. And it is a beautiful little quiet town. I'm sure it's bustling during tourist season, but that's not what we do.
Yeah, so we are here in February. High season for hail. When we say we snuck in, we didn't like jump a fence or anything. The gate was unlocked.
Yeah, we just tried the gate and it opened.
And then we just walked in. And then when they told us no, we just walked out. But
no harm, no foul.
yes.
Claude Monet is perhaps one of the most famous painter of the Impressionistic era, which was in the 1800s. It was a brand new way of painting back then because it wasn't about capturing sharp photorealistic imagery. It was about capturing light and feeling of very seemingly unimportant scenes, such as a garden or a square or a river or a boat, instead of showing significant events and biblical events that were captured in paintings prior to that time. So Monet was almost completely blind, which partially explains why his paintings are so fuzzy. He was painting truly what he saw. But the other thing that really characterized Impressionistic paintings, such as Monet, Van Gogh, Renoir, was that, and Cézanne, was that they were painting outside. They actually went outside, set up their canvases and easels, and painted what was in front of them. So they painted the same thing over and over again at different times of day to capture the different feelings that different light would portray. So they really paved the way for all of the painting movements to come by changing drastically what had been before. Okay, we're coming up on our parking spot outside of Paris. We're actually very near Versailles. So this is where the app Park for Night said was a good spot. So it hasn't let us down yet. Yeah. Okay.
We are here.
And now we're gonna make some dinner. It's cold. I don't want to get out of my sleeping bag. Oh, there's something in here. Oh! It's Bartholomew. Bartholomew. So we could have taken a bus to the metro to Paris, but it's raining and it's 2 degrees outside.
And we were parked in a cemetery. No one wants to walk through a cemetery in freezing rain. To a bus to the metro.
So we're just driving into Paris. This could be a super bad idea, but you see, my parents are there. So we're gonna go meet them And we're staying in an Airbnb with them for the next few days. So maybe we'll be able to find a parking spot big enough for this giant mammoth in Paris, in the heart.
But the big problem is we haven't been to work in a long time, so we forgot that early in the morning people go to work on weekdays. We don't know what day of the week it is. It's rush hour.
It's rush hour.
We forgot about that. Wow.
We're going to the Musee dOrsay. We are at the Musee dOrsay. It's a modern art museum inside of a converted old train station. From this view, you can really tell that this was a converted train station. It's most famous for its gorgeous golden clock at the end of the hallway. Got a little snack for later. Goat cheese. Chèvre. Behind me is the Notre Dame, and it's so difficult to see it in this state, but you can really see how they're using wood to hold up the flying buttresses, and they're trying so hard to keep it from collapse after that tragic fire.
Or is this free? Oh, wow. All right, this is worth it.
And this isn't even
Walking by the river. What's it called? How do you pronounce it?
the Seine.
Yes.
and the current is just insane. Like, it's just constantly booking it.
It's ripping through.
Oh,
We just saw the beautiful chapel, Sainte-Chapelle, and it was magical. Oh, look how cute this road is.
Now we are on hunt for a crepe for lunch.
Right now we're on our way to the Trocadero station, which has a beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower. Totally fell.
And this is gonna be my first time ever seeing the Eiffel Tower, so I'm really excited. They've had has been with all the migrants coming in, they then had a huge spike in terrorist attacks in the area, so they're afraid they're going to blow up the tower. I mean, they were putting bombs in trash cans, they're putting bombs everywhere, and it's a huge shame because this is such a beautiful structure and there's a fence to it.
We just saw all these reporters outside, and we walked in and there were a bunch of people dressed in like really cool fashion, and we found out that it is Paris Fashion Week. Oh, yeah.
style. It's the same.
The real
I need the...
That looks good.
Oh, that was so delicious. For us, traveling is all about food, and the French, if they know how to do anything, it's food. And they know how to do a lot, but mostly food.
And cheese.
And cheese. Well, cheese is food.
Cheese.
So this place actually specializes in bœuf bourguignon, which is a special kind of stewed beef that is extraordinarily flavorful. It's a lot like alcatra, which we had in Terceira, but it's just steeped in flavor. And so we got to have that, French onion soup, and escargot. It was a lot of classics in one meal.
Nutella, banana, coconut.
Crepes chez Nikos for the best crepe in Paris.
So, Maddie tells me there's a flame. I like fire.
There's a fire under the Arc de Triomphe. Okay, we made it into the Pompidou Center, and now we're gonna go see some art.
The Pompidou was amazing. I loved it so much.
I knew Herbie would like it. This is the view of Paris from the Sacré-Cœur on Mont.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.
And if you'd like to follow our journey in real time on a map, receive postcards from our ports of call, and messages directly to the boat, you can go ahead and become a patron using the link in the description down below.